Good afternoon, ladies. So as promised, we're going to do a quick treatment for our feet. I'm trying to keep it so that it's stuff that you might have around the house, but I will add in other things that I've got from other places as well that you might want to buy once you've watched the video. So first thing we're going to do is, if you've got polish on your toenails, you would clean your polish off. I haven't got any polish on my toenails. Then once you've cleaned, I'm just going to tuck my thing away. Once you've cleaned all the polish off of your toes, the next thing you do will be clip your toenails, or you would and file them. So I've got these clippers here. My toenails actually don't need clipping. I do keep them quite short, especially my big toes. I'm just going to take a tiny little bit off there so you can sort of see. So you would just clip your toenails. Ooh, take that corner off. Okay, and then you take your file and you would file into shape, making sure you work in one direction with your file as you file. You'd work away all the way through all 5 toes. But like I say, unfortunately, mine don't actually need doing at the moment. So once you've done that, you can put your file and your clippers out of the way. Then we want to think about soaking our feet. So I've got this little bowl here because I've already got my water in my big bowl, which I'll move into shot in a minute. What we're going to use is Westlab Cleansing Himalayan salts. Now, as it says, you know, on the bag, they're cleansing, so they're really nice for the feet. So you'd use, say, 1 tablespoon. I've just got a little scoop there. Then Epsom salts. These are really, really lovely because they're great to relax tired, aching muscles. So I would put 2 scoops of Epsom salts in. So that will be using salts. If you didn't have salts, that's fine, just don't use anything. You can just use your water on its own. Or you might want to put a bit of bubble bath in there so you've got something sort of soapy to help cleanse the feet. You don't have to rush out and buy a lot of stuff. Now, I've got my salts in this bowl, would normally be your big bowl. The next thing I'd do, if you had them and if you wanted to, I'd add essential oils. What I'm going to do on this one is add a drop of peppermint, and I'm going to drop, because that's good for achy muscles as well, and also reviving the feet, and a little bit of lavender because that's nice and relaxing, and I just love the smell of lavender. It's an amazing oil. So I would take those, then I'd put my water into the bowl, but obviously I've already done that for the purpose of the video. So my salts and my oils are all in the water. Next thing you do is plonk your feet in and sit and relax. So what I would say now is, what you could do is get yourself a magazine, sit and read a magazine, or if you're doing this in the sitting room, you could watch something on catch up or whatever, but you want to sit with your feet in the water soaking for a good sort of 20 minutes. But while you've got your feet in the water, you can do a scrub on your feet. Now, as you remember, we made sugar scrubs in a previous video, and in that video I did say that I've made some up earlier with some olive oil. So this is an olive oil sugar scrub with a little bit of peppermint and lavender in there. So we're just going to give the feet a little exfoliation. So we're going to go back down towards the feet again. We're just going to take a little bit of the scrub, yeah, rub it in the hands, and then what I tend to do is just put my toes on the edge of the bowl, and then I'll rub the scrub over all around my toes, over the top of my foot, over the bottom of my foot, and up my leg. Obviously, the further up you've got your trousers, if you've got trousers on, the further up the leg you can go. So you can just really, really work into that heel getting rid of all that dead skin, and also soothing with the oils as well. So you do both feet, and then you'd rinse that off. Just making sure you got rid of it all. Now you could do that at the end of your 20 minutes, just before you're going to take them out of the water. But another thing you can do while you've got your feet in the water, so I just dry my hands, is you can give them a file as well. Now this little nifty gadget that I've got is really nice because you've got a pumice stone, a scrubbing brush, and you've got 2 different foot files there. So depending, you can give your feet, your toes a little scrub while they're in the water, and also you can work on the heels. So just cross my leg across the other one, and I literally just work with that metal file over the heels, giving them a file. Now obviously if you've got hard skin up here, you can work up this part of the foot. I tend to get a bit on the side of my big toes, so we're going to go over there. That's it. Then using the pumice stone, get that a little bit wet, and work over the heel again. Nice and easy. Up on the ball of the foot if you need to, wherever you've got that hard skin. Okay, so that's how you'd use your foot files. This one here doesn't work so well when you're when it gets wet, but just on a daily basis you could maybe just do your heels with that one before you pop yourself in the shower, just to keep the heels in good condition. So we've soaked our feet, we've given them a scrub, and we've filed our heels. So the next thing we're going to do is take our feet out of the water. So I'm just going to take one out and give it a dry. And then shake that one off. And I'm going to give that one a dry. Now the rest of it I'm just going to show you on one foot. So we're going to move, just put my lid back on my scrub. We're going to move the bowl out of shot. So here we are then, we've got nicely filed toes, we've worked on the hard skin on the back of our feet, we've given our feet a scrub and our legs a scrub, and so now we want to concentrate on the nails. So what I'm going to do is use a cuticle remover. So these come as liquids, creams, and you can pick these up in your supermarket. I've got one that looks like a nail varnish with a brush on it, so you just brush it on. Like I say, this is a cream one, so you put that around by the cuticles. You just rub that in a bit. That's great. And then what we want to do is push our cuticles back. Now, you can, if you want to, just take your towel, yeah, grab it, thumb over the top, and just push the cuticle back. So you don't need anything fancy, you can just do it like that. If you do happen to have a cuticle pusher, this is a bent one that I've got a double-ended one and a single-ended one. All you do is take your pusher and gently push the cuticles back, just to lift them off of the nail if they've got stuck. Try not to scrape the toenail too hard, just gently ease them back. You might find the first time you do this, they're stuck and they don't want to move much. But if you do this on a regular basis, yeah, then you'll find it easier. So you just push back, push, push, push. Lovely. Nice and easy. So cuticles are pushed back. So now we're going to think about actually giving the feet a little treat by giving them a massage. So what I've got here is 2 bowls. So we've got one bowl with boiling water, and then we're going to place the other bowl on top. We're going to take some oil. This again could be your normal olive oil, it could be your vegetable oil, but I've got a little bit of sweet almond oil, which you can buy on Amazon, nice and easy. It's not too expensive either. This is just a big bottle because I tend to buy it in bulk. Now, your boiling water is now warming up that oil, and because it's warming up, it's going to help the oil absorb more into the foot. So that's why I'm doing this. You don't have to. You can tip a bit of oil out onto your hand, rub your hands together and put it on your foot. It's entirely up to you. So I've got that, and I'm going to put a little drop of my lavender oil in, just for that calming, soothing feeling, because I'll be off to bed soon and want to be relaxed. So take your oil into your hands, lots and lots of oil, and rub it all over the feet. Okay, all over the bottom of the feet. Yeah, make sure you've got something down on your carpet or your floor before you do this. That's why I've put a towel down. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves a little home massage. Okay, so we're going to do little circles, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up along the front of the leg. Yeah, always push towards the heart when you're massaging. Okay, so you can do the same round the back, so little circles, push up, go round, push up. So you go down a little bit as you go round, push up. I can really feel that in my calf muscles, because my calf muscles tend to get tight. Okay, so you work around the front again, so you go up, 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 and the back, up, 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 and then you do that again. So 3 times, yeah? So I'm speeding up just for the sake of the video. And we come down, around the ankles, 6 times. So that's 5, 6, and then we're going to come down the front of the foot. So we're going to work from the little toe up towards the ankle, and we're going to do little circles all the way up the top of the foot, and again. So you work little circles. I'm going really quick just purely for the video. Little circles and little circles. Okay, so you do your 5 lines from each toe up the foot. Then you go to your little toe and do little circles on the nail all the way down, and then you pull off. Starting at the nail, little circles with the thumb all the way down, pull off. And you do that over each toe. And again, pull off. Lovely. And pull off. And then we're just going to cross one leg over the other so we can get to the bottom of the foot. So we're going to do little circles round like this. You could hold your foot and do it this way if that's easier for you. Yeah, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Actually, I think that's easier than using your thumbs, to be honest, when you're doing it on yourself. And then we're just going to do circles, really working that oil into the heels. Use my fingertips, really work it in. And then I'm going to slide up, slide down, up the leg down, a little bit of a slide, and then just give our foot a little hug. Okay, so there's your massage. So you do the same on the other foot. And then what we're going to do is get that oil to soak into our feet. So I've just got a freezer bag. Nothing fancy, could be a carrier bag, it could be anything really. So we've got a plastic bag, okay, and then I'm just going to put a little bit more of that warm oil onto my foot, so there's plenty on there, and then I'm going to pop my foot into my carrier bag. And then I do exactly the same on the other foot, so I've got both feet into a bag, and then I would take a towel and pop both feet inside the towel, and then I would wrap my feet up in the towel, actually tuck them under, and then I've got a hot water bottle here. I'm going to lift my feet up. I'm going to slide it on top of there. And then again, I'd sit and watch a bit of TV, sit and read my book. You could have yourself a drink there. Maybe if it's in the evening, you could have a glass of wine. You could have a glass of Prosecco. Or you might like a nice chilled ginger tea, or whatever it is that you fancy having a drink of. Nice glass of water, because I know how much you all love water. Remembering what I said about the essential oils, how if you're using doTERRA, and I would only say this for doTERRA oils, none of the others, that you could put a drop of peppermint, and literally one drop, because it is quite strong, into a nice glass of water. And if you sip that, that's like having 33 cups of mint tea through the day. It's the equivalent of. So it's really, really amazing for your digestive system. So especially if you've just had a nice big dinner and you're sat here, you might want to sort of help yourself digest that. Or if you're wanting more of a detoxy, then maybe a drop of the lemon oil into your water. Is even nice, little drop into your G&T. So it's entirely up to you which way you want to use them. But like I say, I'm only advocating that with doTERRA oils, no other essential oils. So basically we've sat, we've relaxed, and we've let that oil really, really soak into our feet, which is gonna make our skin on our feet feel amazing. So we take our feet off of our hot water bottle and we unwrap, and we take both bags off, just popping them back down onto the towel. Now you might have a bit of excess oil that you want to wipe away. Okay, so now I'm going to put a bit of foot cream, foot cream on. Now this particular one is just a Neutrogena one, which I find really nourishing on the foot. I just got this, you can get it in supermarkets. I actually ordered this off of Amazon because I was at home and I wasn't going out. So I thought, oh, I'll order it off of there. So I got it off of there. There's lots of different ones out there. I'm not going to tell you which one to use. Just taking a bit of cream, rubbed it between my fingers, and I'm going to really rub that in around my heel, over my toes, and the rest of my foot. Won't even hurt if you take a bit up your leg if you've got a bit too much. Okay, you rub some cream. Now, you might want to paint your toenails. If you were going to paint your toenails, what I would suggest is get yourself some nail varnish remover and a cotton pad, and then wipe across the top of the toenails to degrease them, yeah? Then once you've done that, you could paint your toenails. Ideally, as we've got a lot of time on our hands, I would say do that, and then tomorrow morning paint your toenails, or tomorrow evening when you're sat, paint your toenails then. It just gives your toenails time, because they've been in water and they've had a lot of oil on them, to really absorb all of that, dry out completely, and your polish will last longer if you do that. But if you can't wait and you've got to get polish on there, wipe the oil off of the top of the toenail and then paint away. So that's how to do a really, really quick pedi. Just remember, you don't need to use salts. You could squirt a bit of bubble bath in the water, or a bit of shower gel. You don't have to warm the oil. It just makes it feel really nice when you put it on. So I just wanted to pop that in there. You don't have to put the oil on it and put your feet on a hot water bottle. If you don't want to, you could just wrap it up in a towel instead of putting your feet on the hot water bottle if you haven't got one, or you can just leave that step out. It doesn't matter, it's entirely up to you. So you can make it as long and as short as you actually want to. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you think I've left anything out, or you have any questions, you know where I am, just text me. Yeah, thank you very much, ladies. Bye.